Hey everyone, my name is Alan and this is A-Liner Adventures. Alright, in these videos we're going to be talking about repairs that we're going to be making to these A-liners, as well as we're going to be taking it on trips with the family. So if you guys like what you see, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell to like the videos, and we hope to see you guys come along with us. 2001 Chalet, however you say it, A-liner. My wife and I purchased this definitely as a project. We knew exactly what we were getting into. The couple that sold this to us was very forthcoming with everything that's going on with it, and it was nothing that I felt like I couldn't handle or couldn't tackle. So in these videos, I'm going to be showing you guys how to repair some of the things that happened to my A-liner, as well as I hope it gives you guys ideas on what you can do with yours or with your RVs. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of inspiration. All right, let's get to it. All right, so one of the first repairs that I'm definitely going to do to this is, when we bought this, it definitely had a significant amount of water damage within the inside of the A-liner. I'll definitely show you guys all of that later on. But the first project that I'm going to do is I noticed when I was looking this over that there was some gaps that were happening here between the bubble windows. And my suspicion what's going on, because the water damage is mainly around the windows, is the people that had this before me, they put the A-liner down during winter, they wouldn't cover it up, and so it was getting snow and it was getting rain, and it was all pooling up on top of these bubble windows and seeping in. And sure enough, as I started to peel back some of this this nasty RV tape that they put on, I noticed that the window was not sealed at all in any of these areas. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, with my putty knife, and I have a razor blade, I'm going to come back through here and I'm going to take the window completely off, clean all this up and clean up some of these like rust spots, and I'm going to put the window back on and reseal it all down. So it's kind of a grueling process, so I'm not going to make you guys watch this whole thing, but I'll bring you back when this is all done. Okay. Alright everyone, so a few things that I noticed as I'm taking off all this stuff and digging out this silicone is that somebody along the way decided that they were going to try and anchor the window down by these tiny little finishing staples, right? So they tried to drive these little staples through the edge rim of the bubble window, which ultimately ended up, the staples rusted and it ended up cracking the edges just slightly. Also, something I noticed was that there's this huge section. Let's see if I can show you here. Sorry for the wobbly camera. There's a section right here that's pretty well cracked, probably about the size of a couple inches. So once I take all this off and clean it up and get this all taken care of, I'm going to come back through and I think I'm going to put some like JB Weld or epoxy on the inside and on the outside to help seal up this window, to make sure that it's completely watertight and there's nothing gonna get through on this. So like I said, I definitely knew it was a project getting into it, so let's keep going. Alright everyone, so for anyone who's interested in my process of how I'm getting this off, because the person or people before me, they put a lot of silicone on this. So I'm using one of these 6-in-1 paint tools, and I'm essentially using the sharp edge to cut through the tape, and then the hook end I'm actually hooking underneath these sealants here, and I'm working my way up. Once I get through that, I then just work my way underneath these windows and slowly just cut it off. Definitely taking as much care to not break or damage this, as well as to not crack the bubble window, because I think these were like 500 bucks on the website for these RVs. So yeah, definitely don't want to buy a new one. All right, Alright everyone, so I've been out here working on this for the past couple days, and I've been really scraping away all this excess caulking all around it. I want to show you some of the tricks and tips that I use to get this off, because I started out the wrong way and it was a beast. But so I ended up getting one of these little razor blade tools. I can't even get it open. One of these razor blade tools from just like a local grocery store, and thinking that I was going to be able to cut through all that with this, but this ended up just turning out to be garbage. I went to Home Depot and got a really nice razor blade tool, and it made all the difference. The blades on these are extremely sharp. We're able to cut through the silicone putty really easily. After I cut through all of it though, I still had this residue all over it that I was trying to get off. I ended up using Goo Gone and wiping it on there, letting it sit for a while so that it would deteriorate all the excess goop. But what really was the sealer was I took I bought, it's meant for drills. My drill ended up breaking this morning. It's meant for drills, and it's this attachment that goes on the end of the drill so that you can use a Brillo pad with your drill. But I ended up just sticking it to my radial sander, and it made all the difference in the world. I was able to just polish this thing up and make it perfectly clean. I even tried it on some of these spots here that I'm going to go back through and try and see if I can get back to white. But man, that was a lifesaver. You know what they say, like, you use the right tools for the job, it makes it all easier. So anyways, I'm going to clean this up here with some soapy water, and I'm going to see if I can get some caulking on this and get the windows set back on here. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so like I said, I went back through with the radial sander, and I was able to clean this up, make it look brand new on the edges, which I think is going to make it so that the silicone caulking sticks to it really well. However, one thing that I noticed as I was going back through and cleaning this all up is that there's a couple spots that have some major cracks in it, like that. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. There's a crack there, and there's a crack in the corner that goes all the way up into the actual window part. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here with some JB Weld and fill these cracks in. And once I fill these cracks in and let that all dry, I'll get some caulking on this, and I'll turn it over and put it on the window, and we'll be good to go. Alright, here we go. Alright guys, so this was just a quick little video showing my steps and process of how to remove that bubble window and how to get that silicone caulking off and everything. If you guys have a better way of doing that, please let me know. Put it in the comments. I'd be more than happy to try it on the next one, because I've got a whole nother bubble window that I've got to do. Like always, if you like what you see, make sure that you hit subscribe or like my videos so that you can get notifications when new ones come out, and so that you can, you know, help support me and my channel. Like always, make sure you enjoy the journey.